Hi folks, Gamerbug here, and we are playing the Black Death, and this is going to be a little bit of a how to get started in the Black Death in 0.19. Now if you've seen my previous videos, which was sort of a prelude to this being launched properly, then you can get a gist of sort of how to do it anyway, but this is a bit more of a proper guide. So here we are, we've started. You can no longer name your character. Supposedly this has been changed to stop people griefing and pretending to be other people. You can still change your appearance, and you have all these titles that once they become unlocked you can choose to have. So what I'm going to do is, you know what, let's choose a woman. Well, we've got two different haircuts, no other heads. I know that the bodies all look exactly the same. We'll go with that. Oh my god, the legs look ridiculous. Not sure why I've got padded legs on. Anyway, that'll do. So let's jump in. So this is my own private server, and it's because it's the easiest way for me to show anything off. Now for some obscure reason I don't appear, don't know what's happening there, to have the quests available to me, which is odd. But if you watch my videos on part 1 and part 2 of 0.19, then you can get a gist of what the quests are. They're a good way of getting a bit of money and getting yourself sort of set up. That said, let's just get that noise out of the way. When you spawn in here, if you're playing on a populated server, and I'm playing on my own server because of the ease of recording, no other reason, you will find everybody here. If it's not a populated server, you'll be fine, which means you'll be griefed if you're on a populated server. So what you want to do is, if you're not doing the quests, and they'll give you enough money to get things started, you need to get yourself some water, and you need to get yourself some food. It's not difficult to do. Just come here, search these. You want a couple of waters. Now again, you could be griefed here, so be wary, keep an eye on people. You have to wait a little bit of time before you can search. If you get leeches, just keep hold of them and you can sell them for a gold. Yeah, so you want to be here, or anywhere where you can get water from. These are the two best places I found, which is these little flowing little aqueduct things. As soon as you've got some water, you want to come over here, pop them on here, and cook up some water. Some of them may fail. It's going to wait a few seconds for you to do it. When it's done, you can go and collect. And you want to do the next one. Never stay waiting on that collect screen. Always look around. I mean, like I say, I'm on my private server, so no one's going to be around, but you want to be looking. You want to be making sure no people are around, or no peasants coming up to you and vomiting on you, and then quickly nip in and collect it. And then again, same, craft the last one. I don't know why as well, but for some reason when you craft water and pick it up, it gives you a gold. No idea why. I think leeches may have done the same. We'll collect that. So yeah, we've got 4 gold. This guy here, we're just gonna sell those leeches to him. If we had the money, we'd buy that water. There's nothing else we want to do here. What we want to do as well is quickly get ourselves some food and some way of protecting ourselves. So that's the way to protect ourselves. Although weirdly, I would say pick up a couple of sticks just to see what you can get. As soon as you can, go to militia, stick club, craft up one. But punching works quite well, and for some reason, I don't know if it's been fixed. It's quite broken that you can knock somebody out who's wearing a helmet with just a few punches. So it's a bit stupid. And then basically there is some honey here that you can grab. So there's some food, and there is some honey just up here. I think somewhere around here. I'm sure there's a little bit more. Might be up here. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Thought there was a bit more honey somewhere lying around on the ground. Don't go too far. Oh, I think it's here. There you go, some more honey there. And that's basically it. That's all we're going to need. You don't really need to hang around this area any longer. The only reason to hang around here a little bit longer if you wanted to would be, well, I say that actually, now think about it, there is no other reason to hang around here any longer, because there's nothing to collect. You can't collect that wheat because you're going to need a sickle. Sometimes there's a pig around here that you can kill, and there's a pig in here. The only reason to do that oh, there's two in here. So if I went, I've got my club out, I went, right, we're going to take both these out. The only reason to do this is money. Because you can't cook meat yet. You won't have the skill points to do it. That's weird. There was no items on that body. Oh, it was. Loads. Loot all that. You can actually go up and do this even if you're not on the quest line for some reason. But there's no real point to do it. The only reason to do it would be to do something like that and get yourself 20 experience points and then exit. But to be fair, you're probably going to get yourself killed unless you're doing the main quest line, as in, I say main quest line, I call that the intro quest. I wouldn't bother. As soon as you've got this much stuff, you are geared up enough to get the hell out of Dodge. So on your way, you want to be looking for sticks and rocks. I just follow the beach along, because it's sometimes worth trying to get your hands on a good quality stick or two. If you can't, don't worry about it. Rocks, again, try to get your hands on at least a rare or uncommon rock. May sound bonkers, but I would do it. If you can't, don't worry about it, but it comes in handy because you want to get yourself set up to start getting yourself some money, and this is the easiest way to do it. You're going to need some skill points to do this, but this is the easiest way to do it. So we're going to go across here. Notice I didn't sell, forget the weird swimming, God knows what that's all about. I didn't sell any of my stuff over there because I don't want to get myself killed. Common rock. So I've got a skill point, I'm going to spend that in a second. There's a bit more honey just here, so we're going to grab that. See what this rock is. Rare, that's cool. I've got 2 rare rocks, that'll do me. I'm not too worried about sticks for what it is that I'm after, but you're going to want a couple of rare or uncommon sticks if possible. Don't worry about making your first one into a club. Try not to make necessarily a rare one into a club. I'm just going to sell that. I'll keep that uncommon one. Sell anything that isn't edible right now. Make sure you keep an eye on people around you while you're doing this. You don't want to get smacked in the back. Let's get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, that. So I've got 2 sticks and then what's the name? Now I've got 77 gold if I want to. Make it quick. I could see if this guy's got any water, which he doesn't have. So I'm not really fussed. What we're going to do is we're going to drink one of these waters that we've made, and we are going to head to Raven's Reach. Now there's no stamina now, so you can just bolt through. No reason you can't. Oh, we had a point. If you know it's safe, you're not going to get ganked in the back, then go to Peasant and learn Wood Axe, because you have to get the next thing. And a wood axe is not a bad way to start earning yourself a little bit of money. I don't think we can do anything with that body, or can we? So you'll come across a few bodies that you can inspect along the way. I wouldn't waste any water or anything on them, but by all means, get yourself a couple of experience points by just doing this kind of stuff. You can do all of that much later on anyway. So east, we're heading east. Make sure you do head east towards Raven's Reach. There are a few ways you can get here. This is just probably the easiest way. If you come across some like some mushrooms, grab them by all means. You can grab cotton if you want to on the way. You'll often get a few things from it. There is a wolf right behind me. Wolves are worth killing because they're easy. Forget your stamina going down on these, doesn't matter. Oh, he didn't die. There we go, he's dead now. And loot everything. Oh, rare animal pelt. I'm going to try and keep hold of that for as long as I can. Because they're quite, well, they're fairly hard to come by, I'd say, actually. Rare animal pelts. There's a dude up here. I think that's just a hunter. Oh, no, it's a, what should I call it? Night bandit. Don't try taking those on too much. They hit fairly hard. We're heading east. We should see Raven's Reach on the hill there. You can pretty much go in any door you want to. They have actually revamped the back door, so let's go and have a little look through the back door. I think this is actually the, I call this one the side door rather than the back door. But yeah, they have done a little bit of revamping here. So we've just come in from the west gate here. So we're just stood there. So anyway, red you can't go. I think this map's not been actually updated, if I'm perfectly honest. But they've got merchants all over the place now, which is quite nice in here. So it makes the place feel a little bit more alive. I'm going to sell the mushrooms, I'm going to sell that cotton, seeds, the stick, the meat. That's fine. I'm good with that. Oh, hang on. Was there any water? He's got water. Do you buy it? Nope. He just sells quite good quality meats and stuff. This campfire is not usable. You got another merchant here. Water. We'll have that. I think this leads to the sea gate, which is here. There. Oh, there's a bloke having some food. Fair enough. So, yeah, market trader there as well. So yeah, there's a lot more market traders here than there used to be, which is nice. Makes the place feel more alive. Shame there's not more campfires. Might be a little bit less desperate and dangerous. There used to be a monk in here, and he's not. I heard someone mention something about he's elsewhere now, just sort of sat about. But I'm not too worried about that. So, got a few guys here. Assuming no one else has taken it, and they're depending on how busy the server is, there's a good chance of it. There is free water here. There is also some mushrooms you can pick just there, which are only really good for selling at this point, but you're trying to get yourself a bit of cash together just to keep things going, keep yourself alive. So we've got ourselves some money. We're going to spend points, sorry, we'll spend that. We're going to do it in peasant again. We want one more. Or anything. Look, we're 116. It's a weird glitch. We need to do anything to make that pop over to another 100. So we're going to just pick up this. Someone was trying to find this the other day on a server, and I told them it was here next to this guy. They didn't seem to believe me. And we will sell that, and we will use that. So now we can make a pickaxe and we can make a wood axe. I'm not going to make them just yet. What I'm going to do is go and I'm going to eat all my honey. And yeah, we're going to get some good materials to make these. So we've got some more honey. Again, if you're on a populated server, people may have took this. But just run down this way. And as you're heading down, you should see just beyond here some honey. There it is. So grab that. quite annoying sometimes when you pick the extra stuff up, but it is sellable. Some berries there, they will keep you going if you need them, but they are poisonous. Won't bother myself. And then there's some more honey just here, so you can grab that. I think there's some on the other side as well, actually. Like around here somewhere. Maybe I'm wrong. On your way over, if you picked anything up you didn't need, because weight is paramount, get rid of it. So we don't need those. We're doing alright otherwise. So heading straight out of here, we're not bothering with anything. You could buy some more water now if you want to. I'm not going to bother. I'm going to actually use some though. And we need to make some good string. Now, the best place to find all of the cotton, in my opinion, is nearby Wick still. I say nearby Wick, it's not that nearby Wick these days. I'd put that in quotations, near. You could take a couple of guys on for a fight if you want to. They're really not difficult. Let's equip that club up. You can also use your wheel here to equip weapons. I haven't quite got used to doing it. So I could take this guy out. He's going to be harder. But he's not going to be hard. We'll try to let your stamina come back up a bit for a block. Swing bot back off. So that dude's still over there, so he's not going to be a trouble for us. If he hits you, he's going to hit you hard. Just worth noting that. But if you, oh, there we go. See, he hit me fairly hard, but your energy does regenerate as long as you're healthy. Oh, missed. Always try to go for the head because it does more damage. And then we've just killed him. So that was worth it for experience, if nothing else. Can we? No, we're not allowed to. Now he should have dropped, there we go, some belongings. Always take the gold. I'll take the cotton swabs for the sake of it. Sometimes their chests have stuff in, sometimes they don't. No. And then I'm going to go over and kill this dude as well because it's just worth it for the experience points, and he's not particularly hard. Oop. He's going to be easier than the other dude. And oh, I got a bit impatient there, but if I now use that swab. So we've got ourselves a bit more gold. We can't do anything with him. Right, let's move on. So that was worth it for some experience points. Not far off actually getting another experience point here. I think if you go up this way, there's another bandit camp. So you could kill some more bandits. We're not really bothered about that too much. Where we're after being is those woods over there. He's just a... You can use his campfire, by the way, and you can chop his logs. That sounds rude. He's not really got anything I'm desperately after, so I'm going to leave him alone. Yeah, some bandits live in there. I'm not particularly worried about going there. Where I'm actually after, always keep an eye out if you see little mounds, because it could be honey. Right, so that camp there, there's no, unless it's changed, there's no merchants in it, but there is some good cotton nodes around it, and that's actually what we're after. That's going to be common. Yeah. Oh crap! I'm just going to go for these because they're not that hard. There we go. Told you. Loot everything. Loot everything. And loot. Oh, God, I think it's a different body it's showing me. one of these is not, I think, showing me the correct body. Just run away and come back. Ah, it doesn't really matter. Script. Now, I'm pretty sure there are no merchants in here unless they've added them back in the patch. It's a shame. It'd be really nice if there were. But no, as you can see, there is not. What we do want to do is head out this way and start gathering up cotton. Now the problem we're going to have is we've got quite a few right, somewhere over here there should be some. Just get my bearings. Right, the first bits of cotton should be down here. Oh, hello. Because you come down there, over here, it should be, there we go. There's about 3 or 4 bushels of really good cotton in here, and you might get good sticks from them as well. You just have to keep your eyes a bit peeled. There's one there. Grab that. And should be 1 or 2 more, I think. They're not that easy. There's like a battlefield down here. If you get to that, I think you've gone to... Oh, another wolf. We'll loot all that, but we'll probably have to drop some of it unless I go find a town. I think that's it. I thought there was some in front of this house as well, but I may be just imagining that. So what we're also going to need to learn is thread and string. Which is only 1 more point, which I can do by just grabbing anything. And we're going to go and grab some more cotton. So that will do that for us. And because we've learnt thread, actually, we're going to craft some up. There we go. And now we're going to learn string. And we can now make axes and pickaxes. So we're doing okay monetarily, considering. We could do with drinking some water. We may as well eat all of that food up. And there should be some more. Again, the problem with this is if there's a populated server, other people may have been here first, but normally it's quite quiet around here, so you should be alright. Especially those ones in the woods. They're normally left alone. Come here, then there should be a couple more over here. There's one just in front of that rock. You can see just over there. There used to be a lot more around here, a lot more. But I found the ones in the woods down there now, so it balances out a bit, but not loads. So there used to be some, I think, just down there, but that's gone. There's a bushel just there. And there should be another one up here. There used to be one just down here. Don't think it's here anymore. In these little, well, these woods were a lot more dense. I think that's gone. Yeah, but there is one just over this little ridge. Just behind this chamomile plant. Now you can pick up other ones if you're really desperate. I would try not to go for anything worse than cotton. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, that wasn't great, was it? Oh, another rare animal part there. So I might just use that to make up a... Oh, I haven't got cotton swab, have I? Did those ones disappear that were down here? We saw 3 of them appeared and then seemed to disappear. Right. We've got everything we need anyway. Normally I'd tell people to learn cotton swab immediately, but because your health regenerates, it's not that important. And we are going to head over to Dunstead and we're going to sell some stuff. Get down to basics of what we actually need. Oh, that's nice. We'll go over it. Oh, watch the rocks as well these days. They have a tendency to catapult you to your death. You can just stand on that. You can't use a campfire. There's nothing worth taking there. This is the route I always take to Dunstead, because I think it's safer. Weirdly, I just run straight. If you're at that house, you know where you are. You run to this camp. For some reason, that campfire is not usable at all. But just keep running this direction, and you'll hit Dunstead. If you go too far that way, you'll miss it. Too far that way, you might miss it. But it's big, so it should be all right. I thought that was another bloody wolf for a second. My club's not doing fab, but I will show you how to repair clubs as well. So they've put the merchants back at Dunstead. So, yay, thought I had a wolf. That's good. I believe they have anyway. Yes, here we go. So that's a huge plus that we have the merchants back here. We are going to speak to this dude and we are going to sell him anything that we can't use. So cotton seed, let's sell that common cotton, bone, animal fat, sell the meat, stick, cotton seeds. If you could be bothered to hang around, you can keep the cotton seeds and plant them, but I can't be bothered to hang around. So right, we want to make as much thread as we can. Oh, hang on a minute, I'm making string. Do I need string? I probably should have a look at that, shouldn't I? Yeah, string. Yeah, I do need string. Okay, that's all right then. So I'm going to make as much string as I can. And I want this to be the best quality I can possibly get it. So my plan is to use, I mean, again here, don't just... Why can't I craft string? It's being a bit weird. Where's my... Oh, I have done there. I was like, where's my thread gone? So I've already made a piece of string. I was like worried for a minute there. I thought, Jesus, done myself, like really done myself there. And then we're going to make some string. It's going to be common. I don't think this is going to be a rare pickaxe I'm going to make. Let's say pickaxe. Wood axe. Right, so we're going to make that. That's the most important one. I know it sounds crazy to say that. Some people will disagree with me. That should weigh 4, which is going to weigh, I think, the same as what the actual thingies weigh. So we may as well make that as well, because it's still going to weigh 4, because it's 1 for the stick, or was it 2 for the stick? 2 for the stick, 2 for the rock, 1 for the string, so it weighs 1 less. And we are done. Right, so we don't need anything else at this point. We're going to talk to this guy. I'm just going to get rid of that. Don't really need that cotton. We may as well keep it for now. we will drink some water. I'm aware that I've got no food. Might flush with cash, not too bad. There's probably cheaper stuff though to buy. But that said, we're about to just start earning money like crazy, so I'm not too worried.
I've got things to sell if you have gold.
You're better off buying don't try not to buy things like carrots and stuff like that. Try to buy the cheapest food that fills you up. So like that cabbage is going to do a good job. Carrots go off really quick as well. So our food's good, our water's good. How much water do we got? We've got 1. So that's not good. I want 1 that.
I've got things to sell if you have the gold. Hail there.
He wasn't selling any. Is there a guy here? No. And there's this guy here. Is he selling water? He was not. I'm probably going to buy common bread roll. That sounds crazy because I'm spending more money than I should be. But it's all good. Don't worry about it. Alright, so I've got some water anyway. I'm not too worried. Those walls are a pain in the arse, but we will live. And what we're going to do now basically is get some money. You've got a couple of options now where you are. You can go and try and get lots and lots of money quickly, or we can get small amounts of money. Doesn't really matter. We've got a skill point. Alright, so nothing I need there. I need that. I would say take. You want to try and get roast meat as soon as you can. Everything else I think can wait. So we are going to go and show you the most money option. Now everyone will probably start doing this, so but there are 2 places, and even if the thing's not here, you should be able to make some money. And that's helpful, really. So we're going to go straight this way. So we're heading south, basically, completely south of Dunstead. Again, keep your eye. Oh, I didn't repair my. I can hear a wolf. Oh, for God's sake! Come on. Right, that wasn't clever. We'll loot that. I probably didn't need to loot that. That's the problem. Right, wait, south. Go the wrong way. Because of what I'm planning on doing, I shouldn't need to loot that. This will basically set you up, assuming you didn't do the quest. Because if you did the quest, you will should already have enough money to buy a house, because you can get a peasant contract and just sell the peasant contract and use that to buy yourself a house. But you're still going to need to do all the steps I said to get yourself at least a wood axe. You're going to need. Until you've got a wood axe, there's no point buying yourself a land contract. So think about it. Now just down there, that wood, that's where I started getting the cotton from. So worth noting. And we are going to go and get ourselves a crap load of cash. Now, we're looking down at there. There's only X amount I can do. What I'm going to get is going to weigh an absolute ton. But is literally one of the best places to get money in the game. Alright, it is just down here. Just if you can get a house around here, good. It's really handy. Once the money's rolling in, you won't even need to do this anymore, but until then you will. Come down here to get STONEWORKS, and basically you have iron ore. That doesn't work, I don't think, that one, by the way. Granite, some more granite, some more iron ore, and gold. And that's what we're going to mine. These two, by the way, always seem to give stone ore. That gives iron ore and stone ore. This gives iron ore and stone ore. Less iron. Both of them give less iron than usually. This one, and I think maybe this one, can't remember, they tend to give you a mixture of stone ore and stones. You don't want to be spending your time doing that. I think this one might give you just stone ore, or one of those gives you just stone ore. Don't waste your time. I think this might as well. Anyway, as soon as you start seeing it spitting out stone, unless there's nothing else here, don't waste your time on it, because it is an absolute waste of time. Crates usually have, oh, I was about to say, usually have nothing in them. As you can see, that was a rarity. That one actually is a rarity. Right, so what we're going to do is we are going to equip, oh, for God's sake, because I'm selecting something, our pickaxe. And we are going to mine this. Oh, it's annoying, this click wheel these days. I tend to stand here or something, and then as I'm mining, I look around just to make sure no one's sneaking up on me. All we're after from here is a few gold ore, and we're set. But the more you can get, the merrier. So if you're willing to stick it out, do so. Each gold ore weighs 10, by the way. You have to wait a few seconds again. So it doesn't matter what the quality of the gold is at all. It really doesn't matter. Right, we're going to drop some of this. Drop these. I can always pick them back up again, but I'd rather have more room for more gold than have crap on me I don't need. Might drop those, we'll see how we get on. Although 35, it's 10 for every gold, so I don't mind. Being on 35, because dropping any more is not going to help me. Come on, this is so dull. I don't like just an A to click. So we've got another gold there, a rare one. That's going to be worth a good amount of money. Stone. And we're out. So you got a choice now. You could start mining for iron, see what you get, or you could just come here and go, actually these are all worth a fair bit, I'm just going to take the ones that are worth a fair whack of cash, maybe take these, and we're good. My water's low, so I'm going to drink that. I'll take that fork, and then we're off. And what we're going to do is we're going to go and sell all of this. We got options. We can go back to Raven's Reach. We can go back to Dunstead. We can go across to, let me just bring up the map. So we can, now I can use my pointer. We are actually here. So the options are, we could go back to Dunstead, back to Raven's Reach. You could potentially go to the monastery, which all distance wise seem the same, but I swear when you actually do it, it's not. There's no one to sell to at ABBEY anymore. You can go over to Logger's Respite. You could go to Farley Citadel. All of these have got enough cash to buy the stuff off you. Or you can go here to Camp Blackberg, which is where we're going to go. It's really easy to get to. That's a bandit camp, by the way. Thought I heard a wolf for a second. I thought, and there's usually a bandit walking around. There's a pig. There he is. He's a bit tougher, so unless you've got a nice weapon, it's going to be a bit of a slog to kill him. Camp Blackberg is just on top of this hill. Now, other options is you could have just gone there and mined stone ore. It's going to get you 20, roughly, if you just even average it out, per bit of stone ore. There's only one way into this camp, but there is two ways out. And it's a good way of doing it because you can carry more stone ore, so you can carry, everyone weighs 3. So that's a way of doing it. You could go and mine wood if you've got the wasp names. So there's an option. I say mine would, but you know what I mean. So Camp Blackberg has a few benefits to it as well. First of all, it has that there, which gives me water. But first, I'm going to go and sell my gold. This guy has got a lot of money, 10 grand. So we are going to sell all the gold that we got, all the stone ore that we got. Or you could keep some if you want to like try and make a spear or something. But for now, I'd sell a lot. We now have enough money to make a house. And we now have an axe to help us make the house. I wouldn't really bother buying anything off this dude for now. Let's go and grab some more water. And this guy sells food and water. So he's quite handy because you can use some of that hard-earned cash to now stock up on food. Just going to buy those 2 cabbages and we're going to eat. Bread goes down slower than what's name. When I said there's one way in, one way out, over here by the way, anvil. Go to an anvil, pick your stick club. There you go, it's been fixed. Ta-da! You can jump out the back of this place. Oh, there's a lot of chickens to kill around here. So you can jump out here if you wanted to leave that way. You can't, I don't think you can get in this way. Oh, you can. There you go, learn something new. You can also, some of the water around here you can forage for, but there's no campfire here. So now, basically, you've got enough money to go and buy a house. You just need to find a place to buy a house. For the gold purpose, this isn't a bad spot, but that said, there's tons of housing along this ridge. And Ivan's Head does have iron and silver. Not a lot of it, but enough to keep your money going. So there's a few there. There's a few houses around here. There's lots of houses around here, but there's that whopping great kingdom just there, I believe. Someone's going to have that, so if they're nice people, you'll be fine, and if they're not, you won't. There's a bunch of houses. Well, there's at least one house in this battlefield here. There's a few up here on this hill. There's a few more along this ridge. So if you want to be able to access the gold, then that's not a bad place. That said, over here is the only place that has shiny ore. Stantilly Mine has shiny iron ore. It's the only place that does. So you could go for that route and get a house around Crutchley, where again the merchants have enough money to keep you going. I would never advise buying a house here or buying a house here, because everyone goes here for some weird reason, even though there is nothing there of note, apart from probably going there to kill people. That said, there is a nice little setup on Turner's Range, but it seemed bugged last time I played it, and you had a lot of bandits spawning in your house. Down here is a shithole. I wouldn't bother, and that's sort of it, really. So yeah, I mean, I've got enough money now to go and get a house. The next thing you would want to do is basically go to the nearest town that sells deeds and go buy a deed. I'm on 1,400. Try to get a deed for around about 600 if you can, but you know, it doesn't matter if it even costs you like 900, that's okay. And then you want to make sure that there's plenty of... Jesus, how many pigs just dropped? There should be there's often a bandit just down here. Yeah, there he is. I'm going to avoid him by just... I could kill him, but I don't see the point. Yeah, make sure you're near somewhere that has a good supply of wood. Now, wood's been upgraded a bit, so you get a lot more out of base wood than you used to. So the benefit of crappy wood, and there's some up here, housing plot just there. There's lots of housing plots now, by the way. Is that this is good wood because it's got these things sticking off it, but you only get a yield of 4 from it, but you'll always get uncommon or rare. This is crap wood. you'll pretty much get awful every single time, but you'll get 6, or is it 8? I think it's 6 off it. And then there's another type of wood which basically you only figure it out by hovering over it, and it will say, I think it just says log rather than rotten log. And again, you get about 6 out of it, but you'll get common, I think, typically from it. So there are your options. This is a kingdom, by the way. I'll show that off in a different video. And you can get water from down here, I believe. No, it's farmland. This game is nothing if not inconsistent. But you can plant crops, I guess, in the water. Probably drown them. So we're literally heading back now, straight north to Dunstead, because it's the closest place that I can think of that sells these contracts. And the Earl at the back will be the guy that sells it. But if people have just recently been, I mean, there's a house there. This is a great place for wood. Not so good. Oh, I'll say that. It's not so good for... what's the word I'm after? Let me just switch to my club in case some walls pop out. Not so good for like stone and that. But that said, there is some stone just down the hill. Here we go. This guy's back. This guy used to always be here, and then he hadn't been here for a while, and now he's back again. It's almost like, feels like I've got an old friend back. Wow, walls seem to be the place to get rare animal pelts from. Yeah, over here there is a bunch of rocks, but I think they give a mixture of stone ore and stones, so that's why I don't like it. But like just down there, I think there's a load of them, and over there they're just like buried inside of the hills. So you can mine around here if you want to. There used to be a estate on top of this hill, but that's been removed. This looks like just a bunch of dead animals, but I should be able to loot that corpse. No, alright. Rotten food. I should be able to investigate that though. Oh, no, I'll have the bread roll though. Don't know why I didn't take the carrot. I just didn't. Doesn't matter. Can't bother going back now. Yeah, this used to be one of the huge estates, but now it's just a small house. So there's wood down over that way. And there's another house there. There's stone, I suppose, down there, but I wouldn't personally buy one here. I want to be closer to a stone and what's now? Oh, there's more wood here. Is this just wood or is this rotten? There's logs to give you 6, but uncommon typically. Oh, there's a bit of a fight going on down there. Can't be arsed with it. Now, of course, around here is good for cotton, so it's not a bad place. I don't mean that cotton, I mean the one that I was originally getting. I think you can buy a house just over there as well, which is again good if you want to be close to a town, really close to a town. Right, let's eat that cabbage and let's drink some water. Have I learnt meat yet? I don't think I have. Alright, so I'm going to learn that because now I can cook meat. I don't need anything else on this, that's fine for now. Later on you'll need that. Don't need anything else on this one, so we're good. Cloth, probably want that at some point. This is completely up to you. This is completely up to you. You can go through life only having a stick club if you really want to. If you were, say, a doctor, you just want to protect yourself against wolves. And again, this is all personal choice. You don't have to get anything from there. What I will do is I will go into how the skills all work now. Let's just sell shit I don't want. Alright, so don't want that. Don't want that. I don't want those for now. Keep the rare animal pelts, they're going to come in handy. Here's the Earl, and this guy will sell you a land contract. You make sure it's not a peasant one. They're for hirelings. I'm going to get myself that. and then I'm going to go and set a house up. So that's it for this video. All I wanted to do was basically show off how to get enough money to get yourself a house. You want that this axe, because that axe is going to get you everything you need once you've got the house. So I'm going to go find a good place to set the house up, and then we'll talk about housing in the next video. And we'll also touch on skills and the hotfix that recently came out that has actually solved an awful lot of the issues in this game. What I'm going to do probably on the way as well is get some wood. So yeah, there's some around me, I may as well grab it. So thank you for watching, and until next time, Gamerbug out.